Hello, 'tis I. Welcome to this video. Welcome to me exposing Kumo's bullshit, because apparently, he loves exposing people, so, let's talk about his bullshit. He basically, for a bit of the context, if you want the full context, go to my first video, link in the description, if I can remember, but, basically, what's going on is that Kumo made a live stream, basically shitting on me, shitting on my art, shitting on my content, and basically trying to villainize me, which is very funny because his entire video, live stream, a good chunk of it is dedicated to him throwing a fit that I was quote-unquote villainizing him. It all started with, this video, which I helped him make, along with a bunch of other people helped him make it, and the video did not end up good, first of all, but that's not my only complaint. During the making of that video, he treated me very poorly, and he treated me pretty much very unfairly. He has a very big bias against me, and I think the reason for that is because I have talked about my experiences with him, and he's made a live stream villainizing me, of course. Go watch part 1 for more context. And then a YouTuber, a commentary YouTuber, who I am a fan of and who I'd consider a friend, named Nekokoda, made a video basically saying, this video was not good. This video was not good at all. I wish it was, but it was not.
I'm just asking you to actually give a damn. That's it. I wanted this video to be good. I really did.
And I 100% agree. I think that her points were great. She said a lot of shit that I didn't even, realize at the time. And then when she said it, I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't even, realize that. So, Nekokoda made a great video, basically not debunking, but, kind of breaking apart the video, talking about how it was not good, and I agree. Kumo threw a fit, made a video on her, the video obviously being Kumo, it was not good, and, all that fun stuff. I will be linking, Koda's video in the description, if I can remember, because I think that her video was great, and I 100% think you should watch it, so that will be linked in the description, along with the part 1 of my, of this video. This is part 2, obviously, from the title. My personal opinion on him is that he is not, he's not a good person to work with. He's shitty. If you are an art commentator, just stay away from him, because he hates art commentary for some, does he just, hate artists? I feel like he just hates artists, even though I think he is one. I feel like he hates artists. I feel like I just think, I'm not saying that as, a concrete fact, I'm just saying that as, he probably hates artists, and that's kind of silly, but, yeah, without further ado, let's actually get on to the video. I should have not taken up the offer. I was filled with blind rage, and I was not...
Blind rage. Plausible deniability, guys.
Kumo, you literally said that you did not support the shit that Vortex said in his part, even though you could have easily edited it out. And especially because it added nothing to the video. You could have just cut that clip out. Kumo, that kind of sounds like plausible deniability to me, bud. To not.
She actually wasn't actually, she was not thinking of arguments to make. Dude.
What? You're, repeating it as if I said that. This is, is this even a straw man? I feel like this is where it stops being a straw man and starts being I'm literally just bullshitting you and I'm lying. I had decent arguments in my video. And even if my arguments were trash, literally everybody else's were worse. So it's not, like, everybody else's arguments were 10 times worse if mine were bad. That's a very
She was not
dumb
practicing
mindset,
her
and
debate.
But telling Carmen to kill herself is totally practicing her debate, right? I haven't seen you criticize anyone else's parts. But no, you don't have a bias against me. No, Kumo would never.
She totally didn't drag me into a very uncomfortable debate with her about porn.
Now, in my first part, I did say that this was him accusing me of what would legally be considered sexual harassment. I think I'm wrong on that. I think I might be wrong on that. I do not think it would legally be considered sexual harassment, but I'm not sure. Anybody who knows the law more than me, tell me in the comments. I'm not sure. But either way, that doesn't really matter, because either way, what he's claiming is fucking stupid and is a blatant lie. Basically, for context, we were arguing over whether the canonage of a character matters when seeing if something is a lolly or not. I think that yes, it does. Obviously not to the full extent, because there's the whole, oh, I'm a bajillion years old, but I look like a 5-year-old thing, which, yeah, but there's a difference between that and a 20-year-old with a baby face. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. And then he was saying, no, the canon age doesn't matter, but then he said that both ways, meaning that if you were to sexualize a character that was canonically like 14 or 13, but the character looks older, then that's not CP, or not a lolly. I don't know if it'd be considered CP, but I think it's still considered, yeah, it's still considered a lolly. I think that's not good. That's not good. Also, Kumo, if you're uncomfortable with a situation, you have to fucking tell the person. You can't just, like, dude, I had an ex-friend like this. It's fucking annoying. Well, they say that they're uncomfortable with something days after it actually happened, and then try and villainize you for it. That's what you're trying to do. People like this are fucking annoying, and you've done this multiple times. We're saying that you know, acting like I can fucking read your mind. I can't. You have to say that you're uncomfortable with the situation if you're uncomfortable with it. That's not, you can't just villainize me for for debating with you about porn when you didn't say that you were uncomfortable with it. Also, remember my first video where I said, I think multiple times, that you said that I wasn't, because of my age, I wasn't able to fully understand lollies? Yeah, that conversation is where that came from. He genuinely thinks that the 14-year-old who he told to talk about lolicon isn't able to talk about lolicon. And this further demonstrates how Kumo loves to tell half-truths to get things to fit his narrative of MG bad. And he says I was telling half-truths about him.
That I told her I didn't want to have with her, yet she continued.
The closest thing you said to that was, you're a kid, so you wouldn't understand. That's the closest thing you fucking said. You never said you were uncomfortable. You never said anything like that. You just said that I was a kid, so I wouldn't understand. That's the context you need, I guess. Let's get on to the actual video. I'm sorry. I've been talking. Why not give more context then? If there's so much more context, fucking give it. It's not like you have time restraints in the video, because this is a live stream. Plus, the shit I said was like barely fucking necessary for the video.
Yourself, just so that they, don't get offended.
That's called a boundary.
No, it's called accommodating your fucking needs.
Which, in this context, is a boundary. What's your point here? That I'm, like, being, like, a brat or something? Well, and the shit that I'm talking about, the shit that I quote-unquote got offended over was misgendering. I'm a trans person, so misgendering makes me pretty fucking uncomfortable, even if it's not towards me. Obviously, it's a shitty thing to do, no matter who you're doing it to. And then, saying the F-slur, which I'm a queer person, straight people using the F-slur is fucking not good at all. And even if I wasn't uncomfortable by it, like, let's just say that I wasn't in the picture. You still should not be doing those things. So it's not about me being uncomfortable, it's about the fact that this shit is not fucking okay, no matter what.
You set boundaries with friends and people you know and people you have to work with.
People you work with. You know, like working on a fucking collab video. Oh, like, dude, now I understand why you deleted this fucking video, because it makes you look like a goddamn idiot. Like, you can only set boundaries with people you work with and friends. We were working with each other for the collab. Oh, like, I don't know what is up there controlling your body. Like, do you have, is there a brain up there? Like, is there a little brain up there? Is there? Like, I am, like, is there any kind of brain just up there in your head? I thought you had a small brain, but no, I don't even think you have one, actually. And people are more likely to set boundaries with people who they don't know as well, because they don't want shit said to them that they usually let friends say to them.
He just wants to be able to say slurs without people trying to cancel him. That's all he wants.
I'm sorry, but my autistic ass can't tell whether you're saying this as, like, a positive statement towards him or a negative statement. Like, as a, like, ugh, he just wants to say slurs, or a, dude, he just wants to say slurs without getting canceled. Like, Kumo, are you /POS or /NEG? Please, my autistic ass. My non-social cue reading ass.
He wants to be able to say mean things to people, make them upset without getting backlash.
Of course he's going to get backlash for doing things that he knows will get backlash. Isn't that the point of a troll? Because you keep insisting that he's a troll. So, fucking obviously, he's gonna want reactions out of people. But no, he wants to say the edgy things without actually getting the reaction. Meaning that, by definition, he isn't a troll. Either one, he's not a troll, or two, he's a troll, but he's a shitty one. There's a difference between making edgy jokes, like with a small group of friends or something, in private, like in a private group chat or something, or, talking, like, making edgy, offensive, bigoted jokes with people who you know are in those groups, or in those minority groups, and who you don't know well, and making those jokes in a public YouTube video. There is a difference, a huge difference. Sure, depending on what you're saying, both of them are still not the best, but, like, it's better to say this shit in private where it won't actually harm people than to people who you barely fucking know.
Is he a troll? Yes. Does that mean he's a good one? No.
Kumo, in this video, not this video, in the video you made on Neko Koda, you literally state that he is transphobic, meaning he does agree with the shit he's saying, meaning he's not a troll. Also, he's literally complaining in this video about getting backlash. Trolls don't fucking do that. Are you stupid? God, when all these parts are out, someone needs to make a compilation of every single time I ask Kumo, is he stupid?
Here today. They were kind of like that in the project with Kumo.
Kumo could have given us the entire FNAF lore or the cure to cancer, and we wouldn't fucking know, because he doesn't know how to pause the fucking video before he speaks. Motherfucker, listen, do you know how many times I had to censor my Mushroom Girl? You could shove your head into an oven and it'd be no one's loss. You know what? Let's play by what Kumo thinks of as a good criticism. Kumo, you're extremely unfunny, and your humor literally only appeals to 15-year-old white boys who their entire personality is centered around being creepily obsessed with the Holocaust. I bet the other half of your viewers are 40-year-old men who either, 1, have at least 5 Discord kittens, or 2, spend all their time on Reddit objectifying women. But what do I know, right? I'm just some art commentator myself.
You didn't have to censor shit because you're a little fucking soy jack. You will literally not say anything. You will avoid confrontation whatsoever. The only reason you would argue with me is because I'm not as much of a shitbag as you try to paint me.
Oh, the fact that this 18-year-old man is so pissed at some 14-year-old art commentator. Oh my god, this is gold. This is absolute fucking gold. To make you guys and your little edgy humor comfortable.
We did not at all direct our offensive jokes towards her. Well, they might have said fuck you jokingly, and they might have been like dicks to her, but I did not at all. Like, we weren't actually directing any like offensive shit. Like, it was edgy humor. No, we were just saying fuck you, shut up.
I'm talking about the times where you quite literally just said slurs. Like, straight up said fucking slurs. I'm not talking about you telling me to shut up. No. Like, sure, you probably shouldn't say fuck you to somebody who you don't know well as a joke. That's kind of like a dick move, but I'm not fucking mad at you for saying fuck you. I'm not mad at anyone for that. I'm mad because you said slurs that you can't reclaim, even if they weren't directed towards me or whatever the fuck. That doesn't change the fact that you said them, especially with somebody who is affected by that in the fucking group chat, which you knew at the time. And you're gonna, sometime in this video, you're going to lie and basically strawman. You're gonna strawman. And say how I accused you of saying the T slur when I didn't. So that's gonna be fun. Just wait a bit.
Shut up, we don't care. Shut up, we don't care. That was literally it.
You're lying again.
Any like actual like gamer words that were being thrown around were amongst ourselves.
Saying the F slur isn't fucking okay, even if it's amongst yourselves. You said it with me in the group chat, knowing I was in the group chat, knowing that I was queer. That's like a bunch of white people saying the N-word, but just trying to avoid, the black person in the group chat because they're gonna get offended. Like, no fucking shit. Why are you saying slurs that you can't reclaim with somebody who is affected by those slurs in the chat? Like, you shouldn't be saying it at all, but that's just fucking disrespectful as hell. That's fucking, that's not fucking okay, and the fact that you try and brush it off as if it is fucking okay isn't good. That's not okay. I had to ignore Kumo saying slurs against my community.
I literally didn't use any transphobic slurs. That's funny.
You do know that I am also gay, right? I like women, Kumo. I like women, Kumo. You said the word faggot. Oh, you actually stupid. I never said that you said a transphobic slur. I haven't ever said that you said the T slur or any other transphobic slur. I hope your subscribers like straw because they're gonna have to eat up this fucking straw man that you just put on the fucking table.
That is actually hilarious. I might have dropped the British term for a cigarette. I might have dropped the F-bomb. You know which F-bomb I'm talking about. I might have dropped it jokingly against people, like against Gazzy and Vortex in that chat.
Yep, just admit you said the F slur and then pretend like you haven't said any bad slurs. Okay. Yeah, okay. Go the fuck ahead, I guess. Also, it doesn't fucking matter. It literally does not matter if you said it towards a gay person or not. Like, I'm glad you didn't say it towards a gay person, but it doesn't fucking matter. You just don't say it at all.
And I might have been like, kill all furries.
That's not a slur, and I'm not a furry.
But I was not at all transphobic in that chat, and I love how you insinuate that. That's actually hilarious, because you're trying to get your little trans 14-year-old white girl army to fucking go up in arms against me with that statement.
So, you you're basically claiming that I wanted people to go, like, ratio you or attack you or whatever the fuck. Let's check, Vortex is mad because he can't be transphobic. Let's click on it. What's this? The first thing you see when you click on the video? Do not attack anyone mentioned in this video. That's not cool. Interesting.
Which they did,
How many times
which
I
was
ignored
funny.
that and
They
didn't
actually
say shit
did.
about it because I literally haven't seen anyone publicly, like, attack you or anything. Maybe it's happening in DMs, I don't fucking know. But you literally can't blame me for that. I said in my video not to attack anyone mentioned in the video, including you.
Which is why I said, keep it professional. I literally disclaimed at the very beginning of the project to all of you separately to try and keep it to professional interactions unless you know this person.
Which is why I said slurs and also threw a fit and basically just fucking cussed people out for no reason because I was a little pissy and having a bad day. Yeah, you'd know a lot about professionalism, wouldn't you? Also, you barely fucking upheld that rule because neither you or anyone in that group chat was being professional.
Right? Unless unless you obviously share the similar humor.
Which is why I said slurs in a group chat with somebody who I knew was not okay or comfortable with that.
I said try to keep it professional in this chat. Because there are a lot of conflicting opinions. And it wasn't even just Gazzy and Vortex and Mushroom. Like fucking there was Uni in there who was like friends with Communist Creeper, and Gazzy really did not like Communist Creeper. There was Jokun who was a furry, and Vortex doesn't like furries. And there was Vortex, obviously, who was very transphobic, and Mushroom Girl was very big on my pronouns and shit. Like there were many conflicting opinions in there, and I told you guys keep it professional. By keep it professional, Mushroom means if you needed questions answered, you'd probably ask me in private.
Okay, I've got a few things to say about this. First of all, if you knew people had conflicting opinions and that people would get kind of pissy at each other's opinions, why the fuck did you invite Vortex, who you acknowledge is a troll and purposely does shit to annoy people? That would just make your project 10 times more fucking annoying. Second of all, if you knew that the majority of the people in there had that edgy, like, haha slur humor, and you knew that there was somebody in that group chat that was very uncomfortable with that humor and thought that humor is bigoted, why wouldn't you just tell the people to not use that kind of humor? Wouldn't that, like, solve all the issues? Like, it would make me not get mad, it would make everyone else not get mad. It would just be a win-win for everyone. It would be a win-win for everyone. But for some reason, you just, despite you saying you want to keep it professional, you can't, like, you can't have, like, a minute without saying slurs. It just, like, saying slurs is, like, it's like nicotine. You like, I have to say slur. I have to say slur. Like, dude, if you wanted to keep it professional, tell people to keep it professional and call people out when they're not being professional. I was one of the few people who kept it professional. Third of all, asking questions about the project is a pretty fucking professional thing. Apparently, you can't ask questions in the group chat. No, you can't ask questions in the group chat. But you can say slurs. Saying slurs is so professional. Making edgy, haha, slurs jokes is totally professional, but asking a question about the project isn't. Makes sense.
Because you knew, I told you, there were a lot of people in that chat with very conflicting opinions. You were warned ahead of time, and yet you still chose to be in the VC with the boys.
You never told me what those conflicting opinions are. I thought it was, like, small conflicting opinions, like, on, like, little details about the Carmen Rider drama. Not, I'm allowed to be bigoted kind of shit. Also, if your group calls had that, like, edgy humor and shit, that's not very professional. If it's in the group calls, in the group chat, that's supposed to be professional. But that wasn't professional, was it? No. Professional would be talking about the project, talking about if everybody's got the project done, giving updates on the project, shit like that. Maybe talking about, like anything about the project or about the Carmen Rider drama, any updates about that. Not calling people the F-slur.
You heard some gamer words
The F-slur.
dropped. You heard edgy, offensive humor. It might have chipped it. It might have chipped your bubble. It might have popped your bubble.
Wasn't the entire point of saying how people had conflicting opinions to not pop people's bubbles so they can all just coexist without arguing? Like, wasn't that the point of keeping it professional? Wasn't that half the point of keeping it professional and warning people that there were gonna be conflicting opinions?
And made your little safe space, your fucking safe space, like, feel really uncomfortable.
Oh, so I guess people's boundaries don't matter. What about that conversation about porn then, Kumo? By that logic, even if I were to have, not stopped when you said you were uncomfortable, by your logic, I would be allowed to.
Or whatnot, whatever you want to say. But you were warned ahead of time that I wanted you guys to keep it professional.
Which is a rule that you broke multiple times in the group chat.
Did you have to censor?
Human decency of don't say slurs if you can't reclaim them.
No, you had to repress your urge to fucking mauled about them.
No? Dude, you making this video malding about me victimizing you, quote unquote, or not victimizing myself, quote unquote? Are you kidding me? Even the fans in your chat are telling you that you're malding, and apparently it's bad for me to quote unquote do it, but when you do it, it's totally fine, because Mushy is mean. Like I said in my last video, get fucking laid or something. Like, come on. Like, first you go after, Neko Koda because she made a video talking about you in a negative light. And then I made a video talking about you in a negative light. And then, you're the one malding. Go, get laid or something instead of picking on random-ass people on the internet.
And then I could share humor with all the people in that group to an extent. I was able to get along with all of you to an extent.
Oh, but not Mushroom Girl though. Pfft, no, she was the bad one. She was the stinky one,
Mushroom Girl can't even follow simple fucking laid out for her instructions. I literally laid out how to do your segment for you and you still fucked it up.
Wow, you're giving yourself a little bit more credit than you should, because those laid out instructions were 2 fucking words, and then telling me, hey, go to my friend Emmy if you need any information. Are you kidding me, Kumo? You didn't give me shit to work with, and, well, I don't really care. I care because now you're trying to villainize me for not making the part the way you wanted it when you didn't tell me the way you wanted it until after the part was made.
I literally edited it for you to try and do you some justice, but you fucked up so badly with the misinformation, there was just no way.
You still haven't told me what that misinformation is.
Shroom, fuck you. I told you you were on my list, bitch.
Aw, is someone mad? Is someone a little sensitive over this?
He didn't sound mad to me.
Cussing people out is kind of a sign that you're mad at them. And I thought I was the one that was bad at social cues. Seriously, you are throwing a fit and cussing out a 14-year-old.
Oh, you're gonna pull the fucking age card. I love it already.
I wasn't, victimizing myself for anything and being like, boo-hoo, I'm 14. No, I was saying how it's fucking pathetic to cuss out a 14-year-old. Pick on someone your own size.
Look in the mirror and tell me you don't have a stereotypically feminine appearance.
Okay. I mean, I know where he's gonna go with this, but you guys don't, so I'm gonna pretend that I don't know where he's going with this.
And that you don't feel comfortable being referred to with feminine pronouns.
What?
Don't tell me you don't feel like it's accurate to use feminine pronouns to refer to you when this is the art you use to portray yourself. When this is your fucking internet handle.
I won't tell you that because it's not true. There is literally not a single place where I have said that I am uncomfortable with being referred to with she, her pronouns. I have never said that. Never. And I've never said that I'm uncomfortable with being referred to she, her pronouns. What are you talking about? Literally, everywhere where I display my pronouns, it's they, she. They, them, and she, her. Name a single place, private or public, where I've said that I'm uncomfortable with being referred to with she, her pronouns. That's right, you can't. I have never gone by strictly they, them. Never. Like, sure, I prefer they, them. Like, I'd rather people call me they, them. But I've never been uncomfortable with she, her pronouns, and I've never told people to not use she, her pronouns.
Mushroom girl. But we have to respect that you're non-binary and you're trans.
I'm a demigirl. Girl is in the name. It's basically, at least for me, it's where you're like, kind of like, imagine like a number line, and then there's, at one end there's male, at the other end there's female, and right in the middle there's like completely androgynous non-binary. I'm like in the middle of non-binary and female.
Which, I respected it. I referred to you as they, them. To the best of my ability.
I mean, thanks, but like, I never asked you to. Like, genuinely, I have never asked you to use strictly they, them for me. Like, thanks, but like, you're acting as if like I'm asking so much of you when I haven't even asked anything of you.
But I'm transphobic for sure. You gotta insinuate that.
It's funny because I've never insinuated that.
Mushroom's the type of person that would probably have pronouns in their bio.
Kumo, my pronouns are like right there. You just looked at them. And of course you didn't like say anything about it. And you didn't correct yourself and was like, oh, I thought she went by just they, them, blah, blah, blah. No, you didn't say shit. Okay, then, you know. I know this is a live stream, so you can't just, like, edit the part out that you made the mistake on, but you can at least, like, acknowledge it. But no, this is Kumo. Kumo doesn't acknowledge his mistakes in this household. He decides to deflect and blame it on everybody else.
But referring to someone with the wrong pronouns on its own isn't inherently transphobia.
There's a difference between calling a trans person an inanimate object and, just accidentally misgendering a trans person, and the fact that you're not acknowledging the fact that there is an obvious difference there is fucking stupid as hell.
And I'm tired of hearing you guys use this as a fucking buzzword, because I'm gonna pull it up on stream right now for you all to read with me.
Kumo is buzzword phobic. I'm canceling him on Twitter.
Accidentally misgendered Neko Koda. She doesn't actually flip her shit. She only flipped her shit because someone else misgendered someone in my video, and oh, that's bad on my credibility.
Ah, yes, because Nekokoda's word is law, and I own 5.5 Nekokoda Bibles. Nekokoda is my religion. I eat, breathe, and sleep Nekokoda. No, but in all seriousness, I just read off the tweet that I just made like 2 days ago. But, in all seriousness, like, I don't care. Like, yeah, I agree. People shouldn't flip out if you accidentally misgender them. Like, people shouldn't flip out. They should just politely be like, hey, I go by these pronouns. Which I'm sure you would consider flipping out. Since you consider me being like, hey, could you not say the F slur? Being, malding. But, yeah. I agree. Like, I feel like you shouldn't flip out if somebody accidentally misgenders you. If they purposely do, then it's kind of justified. Like, I'm not going to flip out, but it's justified. Pronouns in your bio is just an easy way for people to know how to refer to you, especially people who, you can't really tell their gender. Like, it really seems like you're the one
really
being
tell someone's gender. That would suggest that someone still has, like, features that, that would still suggest that they have features that are confusing you, like a trans woman with significantly more masculine features that confuse you and make you like you can't tell if they're a man or a woman. So usually in this case, there's a feature that is more dominant. So in like a male's case, if they look feminine, like if they look feminine enough, you would just assume they're a woman. In a woman's case, if they look masculine enough, you would just assume they're masculine, right? It wouldn't be wrong to assume that they could be like they could be a trans woman. You know, it wouldn't be wrong to assume that they could also just be um more like a tomboy or like a respectfully an ugly woman.
You know, it's almost like there's a way for you to be able to 100% be able to know somebody's pronouns. You know, like if they tell you or if they have them in their bio.
Mushroom, your art is abhorrent.
Hey Kumo, is the art in your profile picture your art? Because if it is, goddamn, I will roast that shit so hard. I've checked and I can't find any like credit to anybody anywhere, so I'm gonna assume it's his art. You know what that means? The face looks very awkward, especially the eyes. One is much smaller than the other, and it's not just because of perspective, because perspective wouldn't really make the eye much smaller. It would just kind of squish it a little bit. The character looks like he's like about to like die or something. Like he looks like he's on the verge of death. The lines on the bottom part of the eye is way too thick. Literally the only good thing about this is the clothes. Everything else is just horrifying.
I don't care. Coda can say autistic shit like MS Paint Killua.
Oh my god, it kind of does look like Killua. I didn't know that character. I actually had to look it up, but like holy shit. I'm passing that around. MS Paint Killua looking ass.
I have an art page, by the way. I'll go ahead and I'll make like a public art page, and I'll go ahead and post my art. But I draw on paper more often than not, so my art turns out significantly better on paper than it does when I try to like make it digital on my phone.
Don't be shy, Kumo. Where's that art page?
Not to mention your fucking speed paints, which you aren't even doing speed paints.
Why the fuck not?
Shit, yeah, forget 20.
Those are literally in real time.
No, they aren't. Like the ones in this video and my last video are, but the ones in that video aren't. No. My unlike a lot of other artists who take hours on their pieces, mine take around like 20 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour at the most. So I have to like, because I'm not drawing as much, I have to have these speed paints be in real time because my videos are so long.
Like her paints in real time. Like usually like art commentators are like they kind of make a lot of art. They kind of like record themselves drawing a lot, so they can kind of just like get multiple sessions and like raise the speed on them and mute the audio if there's audio. They'll just turn the speed up really high, and you can just watch the process of their art being made. Yeah, Mushroom doesn't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry my videos aren't like under 10 fucking minutes, and that I need to actually put multiple full-length speed paints to be able to fill in the duration of the video.
It's kind of just normal speed.
You're not... No! With the speed paint that you're talking about, no!
Is not only is your guys' art really shit and very base level, like simple shapes, like simple colors, very few detail, like it's all very like cartoony, like Looney Tunes cartoony, but like even less detail.
Huh, really? Let's go take a look at some of the more popular people in the art commentary community, shall we? Let's see, we got Pondus, but that's actually some pretty good art. But no, that could just be like a one-off PC and no, that's just Ponder's Pocket though, you know. Let's look at another one. Let's look at Helpless PJ. Oh, I feel like you literally just looked at like my art and then like Nani's art and then assumed that every single art commentator has a super simplistic style.
You guys do this shit whilst like actual like commentators like myself that record their own gameplay actually get good at the fucking games we play, and like we actually like practice that kind of shit.
So art commentators don't improve with their art. Okay, let's look at my first ever art piece that was in a commentary video. Now let's look at the latest. Yeah, we totally don't improve. And you could literally go to like any other art commentator's page and find the same kind of results.
I've also like worked on my humor,
You genuinely think that saying slurs are funny? Shut up.
and I think I'm talented in the sense of comedic timing and humor.
Wait, was that not a joke?
Yeah, I can agree. But you know why they sit through mine more than yours? And I promise you they aren't sitting through yours all the way. Like, this is the only reason I'm able to suffer through yours is because this is like 11 minutes.
Literally, all of the people who I've asked have said that they have implied that they have watched through at least one of my videos in its entirety. So, people are watching through my videos, and not just because, like, oh, they have to suffer through them, but just because they want to. People do watch my content in its entirety. Like, I'm not expecting everyone to watch through all of my videos and, like, pay full 100% attention. I just want people to watch it, you know? If people are watching it, if people are enjoying it, then I'm happy.
People sit through my commentaries and give me more watch time because I actually edit these all the way through, and I actually make jokes all the way through, and I don't give up after, like, the intro.
This is an issue that I have since corrected. You can't critique me for something that I've already corrected. That's not how that works.
And I also don't just talk over art.
I talk over gameplay, which is so much better. Seriously, you have to have more skill to draw than to play a game. Are you kidding me?
And throw screenshots up and text up every now and then. You know, I add in memes and I add in visuals. I add in visual cues to display expression.
Hold on a second. Let me just go grab all the Happy Tree Friends gifts that I've collected over the years. Okay, anyway.
GIFs and images every now and then, and also keyframe those, and I'll keyframe them to fade in and out. Sometimes I'll keyframe them to increase in size. I'll keyframe them to move around screen and patterns. Also, sometimes I'm so dedicated to doing YouTube, I'll literally keyframe a meme just for that video.
You want to know something that's similar and or the same to keyframing? Tweening. You want to know what I do in my animation memes? Animation memes that I post pretty regularly, depending on how I'm feeling at the time. Yeah, your point? I make entire, like, 30-second to 1 minute long memes where I draw everything, put it into an animation program, and tween it all. You can't do that, can you? Can you do that and make it look good? I doubt it.
Isn't that nuts? Like, I'll keyframe a meme frame by frame. Sometimes I'll also clip chimp just for a video. That takes skill.
Spending hours and even days animating and doing lip syncing and making sure everything looks natural and making the backgrounds look nice and character design, that sucks and that's hard to do. Making character lore, that's hard to do in some cases. Your point? Like, how dare we be good and bad at different things? How dare we have different skills? How dare we? Like, dude, I want to see you, like, design a character and, like, give them, like, a full backstory and shit. I want to see you, like, and then I want to see you animate that character. Lip sync that character. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Well, guys, I think that's gonna be the end of this video. Stay tuned for part 3. Hopefully part 3 will be the last part because, last time I tried to do a 4-part series, it kind of got, like, fucked up, I guess. And I had to unlist it, but, yeah, I am gonna go do something more productive than arguing with some random ass 18-year-old that has probably never felt the touch of a woman in his life. Bye-bye.